Hey guys, it's Postbox Pat. Welcome back to a brand new video, and in today's video I decided to rebuild Tomato Town inside of Tilted Towers. Now unfortunately the replay mode for this just didn't work and I was very disappointed that it didn't work, so unfortunately I'm going to have to show you in-game footage of me running around, but it's still the same, it's just with my character on screen. Also consider that this took me about 3 hours, it took me a very long time, and to be honest my standards are pretty decent from what I've can tell anyway, so hopefully I'll come up with something really cool on the block, which I'm working on currently. I'd also like to thank everybody who's been using my supporter creator code. If you guys haven't already gone and done that, make sure you do go and enter it and send me a tweet at postboxpat. You can see a few shout outs on screen right now. If you haven't already checked out my rebuild of Durburger, I recommend checking it out. The downside of the Dirtburger one, it is nowhere near as big as the Tomato Town one, but the Tomato Town one was a little bit different because I had to change the colours up a little bit. Now, there were no blue blocks on the map for me to grab and customise it that way, so I had to change the colour up to kind of red and yellow as the main theme. But we'll get into that and you guys can see the build that I have built, and it is absolutely insane. So let's jump into the game. So the first thing I did when building this was kind of just go for the actual structure of the building. And the idea and the theme around it was that little truck there you can see on the left sticking out over towards the entrance. That was the main idea. So you can see I've got the open sign, you head inside of here and you have a variety of different chairs. Unfortunately, I've had to use the Durburger bins just because they were the only bins that I had to be able to use. They didn't have the Tomato Town ones or Tomato Head or pizza ones. Here I've got the toilets. I've got two different type of toilets, obviously, and that's pretty cool that I've done there. I do really like that. So I've kind of just gone all out with the interior on this building, so that's why I want to show you it as much depth as I can. That's why I've slowed down the footage. Here you can see where the staff would serve the pizzas. That's pretty awesome. You also had the menus above there. I'm just going to go and quickly grab some tills in this footage you can watch right now. You can see what I've been doing. This is a little tip on how I've actually ended up doing this. I've been grabbing all the stuff from different builds and kind of just combining them in, so there were no tills in that noms thing. So what I'd end up doing is going somewhere else where tills might be. I know there's tills in this cafe over here, so I decided to grab at least 1 or 2 tills from here. Obviously you can just grab one, copy it, and then take it over to the tomato building. Now with the building, look at it from the back, that I've actually completely designed it and the whole thing is complete. You can see it here on the back. It's just a lovely design, and it has to be one of my favorite ones that I've built. This is kind of like a barrier that they'd close down at night. It's kind of just like, kind of gives it that little vibe, like kind of a bit like a garage type vibe. I really did like it and it worked out pretty well. Now if this was actually added into the game, I think a lot of people would be happy. The design for this came from the actual original Tomato Town, like I said before, but you know, I can't do this or replicate it in the actual block version because a lot of the stuff is missing. Like in the actual Fortnite Island, there are so many different materials and stuff that you can use, whereas on the block they haven't all been added yet, which is annoying, but I guess that's just the way it is. So that's why I ended up building this on the island rather than in the actual kind of your own island, so on the official Fortnite Island, should I say. So here you can see me just placing down a few tills, trying to line them up perfect. So we have 3 people who would be serving at these tills, which is really awesome. This is where you'd easily serve your pizza and you'd get all your different kind of like toppings and stuff. You can see you've got all the menus up there, which is really awesome as well. So I really did like that. And then through this door here is where the staff would go. So here we have all the boxes from where all the toppings have been kind of like grabbed from, and also we have all the bins for anything that needs binning out back. I thought that was so cool. This is like the staff section. We also have up there to the top left somewhere where the staff could cook themselves some stuff, which was amazing. So we have all them tables to my left, which I placed in. Again, some more bar stools here on the right where you could kind of grab and go, which is really cool. And then as we go up to the first floor, we also have a huge section where you could grab and go, some ventilation, a nice area where you could put your food down, nice bit of flowers with a lamp there. You can see the main tomato head up there as well. We also have a few different sections over here which give you an amazing view of Tilted Towers. Now what was awesome about this, you can see here there's a tomato and there's the truck kind of designed for it. Your view would give you a awesome look at the clock tower depending on where you're sat, which is really cool. So I really did like that. And then as we go around this corner here, we have another section which you can go inside of, more bar stools, kind of a table where you can put some stuff down to get ready quick. Then in this section at the back over here, we have a kind of maybe a ventilation area. This section here I didn't fully complete. I just kind of left it open for maybe like a party situation or a kind of a section where you can hire out and get things set up. That's what that section was. Up here again we have another area, a bigger seating area for a bigger group of 16. Then we have some more standard seats there which are cool. and then some tables there, and then again you can go outside on this floor, but it's more of the same sort of stuff. And then on the top floor we have a barbecue area, so this would be the party area. On the very top floor you have a barbecue, and then you also have a bunch of stuff around the back. You can see we have more tables, a huge party table here which seats so many, and then even your own luxury area where you can grab your own snacks prepared for you by the Tomato Head, or Pizza Pete himself. So an awesome design I came up with this one. Honestly, it took me a very long time. You can see the timer has almost run out in this game, so it was a crazy design for me. A little bit unfortunate how the creative mode did not work. I ended up doing this the night before the recent update, and I was very upset that the creative would not load in. There are so many little details added into this build that you just don't notice, and you can kind of look at it and think, there's even some little things I put in now, like everything about it's got that garage feel to it. It's got that really nice vibe. It feels like it's very friendly. A lot of people would go in here, and it's just definitely one of my best builds that I've built in Fortnite Battle Royale so far. Obviously, there's many more to come for you guys. I think the idea of the actual, you can even see I've even got a section where it actually holds up the truck, and the idea of that truck was the theme of this restaurant. I feel like that truck was a major point and a major playing point for the actual restaurant. Without that truck, the restaurant wouldn't have had this vibe, and it's just everything. I thought of every single thing, apart from decorations on the wall, which I was struggling on time to go and grab. Obviously I would have put them in if I had more time, but it doesn't really need it because it's only a restaurant. But you know, it even had something holding up the truck, which is just insane. Can't wait to see what I can create in the block. Honestly, this is just such an awesome design. I even got rid of loads of cars outside the front and put that little tomato truck there. We can also pick up some pizzas and grab and go there on the right, you can see. And here's a point of view from behind again, me zooming in and trying to get some cool angles and shots for you guys with the sun up. It's just amazing. Like, I'll give you guys a time lapse of me building it in a moment, but final things I just want to say on it was just the idea of it and every little detail you'll see here right now. Here's just some stuff. For example, what I was doing, I noticed that the vent, or kind of like, I don't know what you call it, kind of like the outer section to the building was kind of missing. And I didn't like that, and I didn't want that to be the case. So I decided that we should maybe add in the little bits. And here you are again. I'm adding in the little sections, adding them into the building, and it's working out just right. So that's what a lot of things and how much effort I put into this, getting every single little bit right. And it just means so much to me to try and get all of this little touches, little things there and then, making sure every single one had a little corner piece on. And like, it just shows you how much I actually care for this build. You can see me talking about it so much in so much depth. It's just amazing, guys. Like, honestly, I did not expect to come up with something this big and this clever. It's just amazing. It's like a perfect Tomato Town if it got rebuilt. It's a nice design. It has several different layers to it sticking out and different structures there. And then, like, I've never seen a building like this in Fortnite. It's the design on it that's cool. It's like a kind of like a staircase. It goes from right to left to right. It's just weird. It's a weird design, but it worked out really nice. But yeah, that's everything I've got to say about this. Leave a comment down below what you think of it. Like, honestly, it's such a nice design in my opinion that I've actually came up with. Leave a comment down below what you actually think of it. If you don't like it, tell me what you don't like about it. Maybe tell me some things that you'd change personally. I'd like to see what you guys would like to add into it if you had the opportunity to do that. Would you like to see this building in-game? Would you like to see it at Tilted? Would you like to see it at another location? You'll have to let me know down in the comment section down below. But I'm going to leave you guys with a time-lapse of me building this because, you know, I spent so long on it. I thought there's no harm in showing you guys an awesome time lapse. So check this one out, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. Don't forget to go and remember to use my supported creator code at postboxpat. Enter that in and then tweet me at postboxpat. Don't forget to use my supported creator code postboxpat and then tweet me at postboxpat on Twitter to show me you guys purchasing an item, and I'll be sure to give you guys a shout out in upcoming videos. So enjoy the nice little time lapse, and I'll see you guys in the